nights. Should I let it go? You said that it would change, but you're going home and I'm losing hope. Nobody thought it all. But you would never know that I'm still afraid. The things you say are adding numbers to my days. What if you told yourself things would never be the same? Countdown, feel the ticking in my ears. No, is it near the end? Fade out till I disappear. No, 'cause look the other way, on me, you face to face. Words they float away when I'm losing the race. 'Cause I can't play this game. 'Cause I'm still afraid. The things you say hiding numbers to my days. What if you doubt yourself? Things will never be the same.
And even if you try so hard, we're never gonna get this far. We're never gonna get this far. Trust me, trust me. And even if you try so hard, we're never gonna get this far. We're never gonna get this far. Trust me, trust me.
And welcome, everybody. Welcome into another watch along for the PDC Winmau World Masters, day number 3, the evening session, technically. So, yeah, a lot of shit going on today, though. I got racing stuff going on this weekend with NASCAR at Bowman Gray. Right now, the modifieds are out there. And then, of course, the 12 hours of Bathurst. So I'm keeping track of a lot of things. We won't talk about those on stream. We're here to talk about darts, the PDC World Darts Championship. Or, excuse me, not World Darts Championship. The PDC Winmau World Masters. I was planning on doing a stream this morning, yesterday, and then it got really late before I could get to bed, and did not want to wake up that early to do a broadcast, so I apologize for not being on this morning, but we're here now. Danny Noppert defeated William O'Connor 4-0. No shocker there. Noppert's been quite consistent in these kinds of events, so Damon Hedda, what I would say is a pretty big upset over Gerwen Price 4-3. Stephen Bunty takes out Peter Wright 4-2. No shock there. And then Josh Rock got whitewashed by Luke Humphreys 4-0 this morning. So, yeah, no surprise there. The schedule of events for today is Johnny Clayton and Ryan Searle. Johnny Clayton is actually the odds makers actually have those two pretty much evenly matched. I would say Johnny Clayton, based on his performance yesterday with 112 average, highest average of the tournament so far. He's probably going to keep that up. Cameron Menzies and Nathan Aspinall. Cameron Menzies is the underdog by plus 200, and Nathan Aspinall obviously favored. I went ahead and I have predicted Cameron Menzies to win 4-3. In that one. Luke Littler and James Wade. If James Wade thinks he has a chance against the world champion, yeah, he's got another thing coming. He'll probably play decent, but it's going to be a 4-1, 4-2. Luke is feeling very good. And then the final match of the day is Michael van Gerwen taking on Dimitri van den Bergh. And I've actually gone ahead and said, give me Dimmy on this. Yes, MVG has been playing well as of recent, but Dimitri actually had a hell of a game yesterday. So, that's who I'm picking. I'm picking Dimitri in that one to upset Michael van Gerwen. Again, Michael van Gerwen's just not one of those players that I really trust to come in and really show off every single TV major. So, but welcome in, everybody. Make sure you hit that follow button on Twitch, as I think Twitch is cleaning out some bots. So, thank God. We don't need bots being bot followed or anything like that, like we were during the World Championship. So make sure you hit that follow button. Pelamakum Kulim. Yeah. Pella Makulim, I think that's how you say your name. Thank you for the follow. Again, we're going to try and do the same thing as we've done for the last couple of days. Try and keep the advertisements not when there's a match going on, because that's rude. So I don't want to do that. We do have a sub goal and a follower goal. So if we achieve those, I will give out a total of 15 subscriptions out to people. So make sure you get on top of that. Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on multiple things here. Bathurst just got underway not too long ago. The 12 hours of Bathurst. It's a big endurance race. They went 3 wide for the lead. It was beautiful. So broadcast is not quite gone live yet. They did some testing, it looks like, and everything looks good. We still got our scoreboard from yesterday. as they're still as PDC TV is still having a live scoring issue on their website. Just keeping an eye on this modified race at Bowman Gray. Bowman Gray, one of the great racetracks in the United States for short track racing. It's called the Madhouse, and it's called the Madhouse for a reason. So hopefully here in a minute, I will get ads back where I could run an ad, and I'll run one for those who are not subscribed. Winmau World Masters. All right, so I'm giving that control ability now. We'll wait a couple minutes here. Still about 8 minutes until the actual start of the first match between Jonny Clayton and Ryan Searle. That's our first match of the day. Ryan Searle will have the darts first, it looks like, according to our scoreboard here. But it should be a decent match, but I do expect Jonny Clayton to really dominate like he did the other yesterday. I mean, 112 average. I mean, that's one of the best averages of the tournament. He was in the 120s for majority of the of the match. He hit 6 140s in a row, was ahead in 180s. I mean, at every statistical category that you could be in for Jonny Clayton, he was ahead. Get that music going again on the background, just so you guys have something to listen to instead of just quietness when there's not much going on. For those watching on Twitch, we're taking a break. This way we can give you more content throughout the day instead of being interrupted by ads. So we'll be back here in 2 minutes on Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, just stay right here. We'll hang out. They're showing highlights of the Damon Hedda Gerwen Price. Damon Hedda, I mean, he's had those question marks around his game, and now he's, I mean, he beat Gerwen Price, which really anybody can beat Gerwen Price on their day. If we're being completely honest, it's nothing against Damon Hedda. It's just that as much as it's an upset, it's not really an upset. It meets the basic requirements to be an upset. But Damon I mean, I don't think he's going to make a run to the finals. I think there's other players that are just too good right now. Bunting is looking really good. Humphreys is in form again. Littler's there. Jonny Clayton is probably the one if Jonny Clayton shows up with the same game he played the other in his last match, he's 100% a pick for one of the finals. So that's kind of who I'm thinking here. The other problem is that the top end of the draw, Luke Humphreys has like the easiest path to the finals. So it could be a Luke Humphreys, Luke Littler finals. It could be Luke Humphreys MVG. It could be Luke Humphreys, Littler, Jonny Clayton. I mean, it could be any of those guys on the bottom right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this draw that they did, like, you have the number one darts player up in the upper draw on the upper part of the bracket, and he's just gonna be able to run through it with no problems. and Twitch is back here. So I'm talking about the bracket, guys. And basically the huge difference between the upper draw of the bracket and the lower part, in the lower half. Lower half has Jonny Clayton, Luke Littler, MVG, and Stephen Bunting, or not Stephen Bunting. Yeah, Jonny Clayton, Nathan Aspinall, Luke Littler, and Michael Van Gerwen. Upper half only has Stephen Bunting and Luke Humphries that I would say are the superstars, the ones that are killers. Now, I can't see Stephen Bunting going to the finals. I'm actually hoping he does. I like Luke Humphries. I just think Stephen Bunting has just been amazing the last few tournaments he's played in. He has just looked so good. Luke Humphries can be really hot for a long period of time, and then he could just fall off the face of a cliff, like what we saw during the last part of the year last year. Really good all the way up to the Grand Slam of Darts, drops that, then at the World Darts Championship goes out early, really early, like unexpectedly early versus Peter Wright. So that's kind of where I'm like, it's probably going to be Stephen Bunting and Luke Humphries in the semis. If we had to make a guess, we're going to say Stephen Bunting and Luke Humphries. I would say Stephen Bunting has the edge. And then on the lower half of the draw, I'm going to say Jonny Clayton, Luke Littler into the semifinals. It really depends on how the bracket works out. I bet they don't even have a bracket posted if I had to guess. Wikipedia does. That works. I'll take Wikipedia to show me a bracket, so... Stephen Bunting, Luke Humphries into the semifinals. So the winner between Luke Littler and James Way will play the winner of Jonny Clayton and Ryan Searle. So the best semifinal we can get out of that would probably be MVG, Nathan Aspinall versus Luke Littler or Jonny Clayton. Really, it really depends. It really depends. Like, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work out. So, but for now, the first matchup of the day, Jonny Clayton, Ryan Searle. I'm picking Jonny Clayton. And I'm not just saying Jonny Clayton by a close margin. I think it's going to be a 4-1, 4-2. 4-0 at the best. Because he's really like an incredible darts player. I mean, we saw it on display the other day. 112 average in the match. He was maintaining a 120 throughout the day. Throughout the entirety of the match until the last bit of it when he wasn't hitting big tons that he needed. But I mean, he was on it. He hit 6 140s in a row. I'm saying that correctly, guys. He hit 6 140s in a row. And his 180 percentages was insane because he wasn't barely missing, pretty much. Like everything he threw, it hit. So by the way, if you did watch yesterday, I did have to step away. I was really tired. Like I was barely keeping awake. And I ended up putting a pillow on my couch, getting a blanket out, and I passed out. I missed the Luke Littler and MVG match. I was out for 2 hours. So I do apologize to those who were wanting to watch along and talk about this here yesterday. I really needed some sleep. Milton Keynes. But now we're good. Now we're good. I'm feeling refreshed today. I should be good in terms of staying awake. I got to sleep in. I got some extra sleep. So introductions underway here. Again, make sure you hit that follow button on Twitch. Subscribe over on YouTube. You could also join my Discord, where we will have more action that we can talk about. Also, if you have a grand board, I do plan on hosting a tournament either not tonight, but definitely next week. We'll host an AJT darts tournament for the first time. Also, I'm waiting on approval from Twitch for some new emotes. I got some new ones designed that look much better than my last ones. My last ones just weren't good. And I chop it up to just they weren't big enough. So I was able to get in this morning and design a couple new ones that look much better. So there's a little bit more benefit now with those emotes. So I hope you guys enjoy those. Also, if you are new to the channel, we do have some baseline tier ones, such as the 180. And that's for all new followers to use. So if there's a 180, I want you guys to spam that 180. And if it's a 9-darter, obviously, we have I have a 9-dart emote being approved. Pending approval. Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! So Johnny Clayton up on stage now. Ryan Searle throwing a 34-gram Harrow's dart. He's currently 19th in the PDC order of merit. His Masters best was round 2 in 2022, the last time that we actually had the World Masters. Johnny Clayton out of Wales, a 22-gram Red Dragon dart, currently ranked 7th in the PDC order of merit. This is his 7th appearance in the Masters, and he was the 21 champion. First round matchup for Johnny Clayton was a 3-1 whitewash over Martin Schindler. In that one set that Schindler won, it's not because Clayton threw poorly. He just fell down the average a little bit. So here we go, game on here, and Ryan Searle right away hits a trip 20 and then 2 singles for 100. 96 for Clayton. He doesn't start off with a 180 like he did yesterday. $81 for Ryan Searle. Here's Jonny. 45 for Jonny Clayton. 360 for Clayton here. 320 for Searle. And Searle pumps in a 100. Just under the wire on his third dart of the trip 20. Clayton not off to the start that he probably wanted. $100. $120 for Searle, so Shanghai, he gets the treble 20. Single 20, goes tops. Oh, sky's the last dart, but he gets another visit at 40. No matter what Clayton hits here. And Clayton just a little high. He's just a little high on the darts. Searle for tops, misses 2 darts. All 3 missing for Ryan Searle. And now Clayton with a 144 gets treble 20. Needs another one. Gets a double 12. Oh, and Jonny Clayton hits 144 to steal the first leg and break the Ryan Searle throw. Wow. That's exactly what you want to see. And Clayton then throws a 60. So he needs to come back. He needs to hit that treble 20 again. I mean, he found it already. He's found it a couple times, but he hasn't found it like he did did yesterday. There it is. There it is. 140 for Clayton. Here's Searle. Searle, though, he has found the trebles. Unfortunately, hits a treble 1 in that combo. Gets 123. And now Clayton. Oh, 81. So he only has 101 point average point advantage over Searle, and Searle actually just throws in a 60. Now Clayton, will he punish that? Can he punish it? He's not punishing it yet. He gets 100. So he goes down to 1-2-0 Shanghai to win the leg. And Ryan Searle puts in a 140. It leaves 1-2-1. So 1 point advantage here. So Clayton's thinking about, I probably should take this out. Single 20. Trip 20. Tops. Just wasn't high enough. Leaves 20. Searle needs a big, if he wants to win this leg, he has to go for the 1-2-1. It's 87. Clayton double 10. Misses 2 darts wide. Third dart right in the middle. And Clayton wins the first set. So Clayton not out to the strong start that he was yesterday. Yesterday, I mean, he threw 6 140s on the bounce. Just was on fire. Today, not so much. He's at a 85, 84 average. 96 for Searle. So both at 405. Now Clayton finding that treble 20. Goes just a little bit above it this time. Below it. Gets 100 out of the visit. And now Searle, again, still can catch up here. Goes down to the 19s after hitting single 20. Hits a trip 20 and a trip 19, single 19. Now back to Clayton. Clayton gets 140 out of it. 2 treble 20s. On his second dart, he hit the single 20 underneath the wire. And Ryan Searle gets trip 19, single 19, goes up to the 20s, hits a trip 1. Now Clayton hits trip 20, single 20, and trip 15. Gets 125, leaves tops. So some good, smart darts here by Clayton, just to leave him with a 1 dart finish, and that's tops. And Clayton, first dart in the top of the board, and Clayton right now has won 3 legs in a row after stealing the first leg away from Ryan Searle. Oh, bounce out by Ryan Searle. Now Clayton. Oh, he hits the trip 5 after 2 trip 20s. 135. I mean, it's still not a bad visit after Ryan Searle had a bounce out. 140 for Searle. Here's Clayton again. Clayton needs a big visit. Just high of the trip 19. Gets the trip 19. Leaves 270. 281 here after 9 darts for Searle. And he bangs in the first maximum. 180 for Ryan Searle. Here's Jonny. Gets 60. Leaves 210. So Ryan Searle on and out here. Gets trip 20. Single 9. Goes 1. Goes tops. That was very smart there by Ryan Searle to take it that direction. Generally, you would want to take that trip 29 double 16. Instead, he goes trip 21 tops. 100 for Clayton. And Searle. 171. 2 trip 20s and trip 17. Now Clayton. 85. So is not able to follow it up here. Ryan Searle looking at a possible 9 darter. Good first dart. Oh, his second dart hits the trip 3. Gets 88. Oh. $140 for Clayton, leaves 176 after 9 darts. Here's Searle at 140. He leaves 102 after 9. Clayton needing to set himself up to put the pressure on. He's below the treble 20 wire and hits trip 1. Oh, man. Jonny Clayton's not playing to the best of his abilities right now. Here's Searle. Tops again. And that ties us up at 1 set all as we head into the break. Here before the third set, Jonny Clayton's going to have to go back, take a piss or something, because he's got something that isn't working for him right now, and he needs to figure it out quick. Because Ryan Searle was very good in that second set. He went from an 88 average to a 98 average, 92 for Jonny Clayton. Both have thrown 6-ton pluses, so 100 to 140. Both have also thrown 4 140 pluses. The only 180 in favor of Ryan Searle. Highest checkout so far was done by Jonny Clayton with a 144. But 2-ton plus checkouts for Ryan Searle, 100 and 102. Has got him to this point, but Jonny Clayton's been 3 of 6 from for checkouts. It's 50%. 2 of 6 for Ryan Searle for 33%. We'll run a quick ad break on Twitch just so we can keep the actual timer away from hitting during the match. So we'll be back here in 2 minutes here on Twitch. And those of you watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to chat with me here, give your takes. Shitty or not, we'll take them. You know, I did say that I did predict Jonny Clayton. My prediction, I'm still thinking that Jonny Clayton's going to win that. Matteo Lugo on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. He's probably watching an ad, so we'll wait for him. We got about 30 seconds till they're back on Twitch. Again, don't want to do much commentary without the Twitch viewers. Without them, this is not possible. Of course, YouTube is a great streaming platform and a great content platform, but Twitch is where the live streaming world is at, so we'll wait for them. And welcome back to the Twitch viewers. Thank you, Matteo Lugo, for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. Welcome in to the Darts Club, and again, really appreciate the follows. That's exactly what we're here for, is for you guys at home. Talk about the beautiful sport of darts. So right now we're tied at 1-1 in this matchup between Ryan Searle and Jonny Clayton. So Searle will get the darts first to start this set. We are underway. 180 for Ryan Searle first visit. Here's Clayton. He's not going to get a 180 here. And he gave that kind of surprised look like I do when I miss the bullseye on my board. Especially when it's like right next to, right on the wire. $140 for Clayton. Gets him down to 301. 221 for Searle. Has not hit the trip yet. No, he has not. 57. And now Clayton, can he capitalize on that mistake? No, 25 total right now, 85. Trip 3, trip 19. So 60, or no, 66. And gets 67 after hitting a 1. Nice one, Searle. Nice one. Clayton gets 100. 97 left for Searle. Trip 19 needs to go in. He does. Now tops, which he's been clean on. Hits under the wire. Double 10. And Ryan Searle takes the first leg. $100 for Clayton on his first visit here in the second leg. 100. $100 again for Clayton. Here's Searle. Gets 1 in the treble bed, 2 in the treble bed. 140. $100. Searle. It's 82, leaves 179, so Jonny Clayton can set himself up with an out here if he gets a treble. Does get a treble. Gets 97, goes down to 104. And he's no stranger to the ton-plus checkouts here in this tournament. Ryan Searle's dart went into the trip fine. 104 here for Clayton. Double 16 after hitting trip 18, single 18. Trip 20 here for Searle. Now tops after hitting bull. 105, leaving double 10. Now Clayton. Double 16 hits 16. Double 8, outside the wire. Outside the wire again. And Ryan Searle probably, I would say, steals that leg away. Now has won the second set, or his second set. So 2-1 in favor of Ryan Searle. My prediction not looking great now. 39, for Searle after hitting a 1 and a 19 and a 19. And Johnny Clayton, can he punish? He is punishing. 100. Gets down to 261. 462 for Searle. He has to hit a maximum just to put any pressure on him. He's not going to hit one. Actually, instead he hits 2 single 20s. He only gets 100 and goes down to 362. So again, Johnny Clayton in control of the leg on his throw. He needs a treble, and he hits 1. I don't know why he didn't switch there. Down to the 19s after blocking himself off the treble 20. $60. Here's Clayton. And 140 for Clayton leaves 80. So 20 tops or 2 tops. 132 for Searle. So Clayton does do 2 single 20s and tops gets 3 single 20s. 170 for Ryan Searle. Doesn't get it after the first dart. Gets 60 instead. Leaves 110. Clayton double 10 to take the leg. Gets it. Johnny Clayton finally wins the leg after losing 3 in a row. There we go. 78 for Clayton. Searle above that already, gets 100. Searle gets 79 after a bounce out. Here's Clayton. Gets 96. Gets himself ever so closer to Searle, but Searle currently in command of his throw. And he pumps in another 180. $100 for Clayton. And now Searle tops to take the leg and tie this set up. Misses both at tops after he's been so solid there. Now Clayton just needs to find a way to put pressure. Gets 100. Leaves 84. So Searle gets 3 attempts at tops. Hits single 20. Now double 10. Hits 10. Double 5. Oh, and I tell you what, Searle is making a mess of that. He has made a mess. Now Clayton has a chance to steal this. Goes 20, 14. Bullseye! Doesn't get it. Gets 59. Hit the single bull. Leaves 25. Double 5 again for Searle, and he finally gets it after 6 attempts. So this is for the set. Clayton to throw for it. Throws one in the treble 20, single 20, triple 20. 140. And now here's Searle. Gets his first dart in the treble 20 bed. Second dart below it. Third dart right in there, so he's 140. Ryan Searle's not somebody who goes away quietly. You gotta really play well to beat him. And Clayton, oh, again, gets 120 after a bounce out. $100 for Searle. Here's Clayton. Clayton needs a big visit here if he wants to get to an out. Gets 140. Couldn't see that where that last start landed, but it was in the treble bed. Leaves 101. And now Searle picks up 100, and now it's 101. Jonny Clayton with an out. Gets trip 20. Goes to the 9. Double 16. Hits 16. Leaves double 8. And now Searle has a 161. Doesn't get it started. Does hit the bullseye. Here's Clayton now. Double 8 hits 8. Now double 4 hits 4. Double 2. Oh, just wide. And now Searle will have 3 darts at tops to take a 3-1 lead over Clayton. First dart's high. Second dart high. Third dart gets it. And that takes us to our next break in the match. Ryan Searle leading 3-1 with a 93 average, 90 for Clayton. Clayton's average not nearly what it was yesterday in the first round. 15-14 in 100 to 140s. In the 140 category, though, 9-6 in favor of Clayton, and only 3 180s for Ryan Searle, 0 for Clayton. No differences in checkouts right now, but Clayton's checkouts have dropped. 4 of 17 for 23.5%. 4 of 19 for Ryan Searle for 31%. We'll run a break on Twitch, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes on there. And if you're watching on YouTube, let's just hang out, grab yourself a drink, and we'll have our final pairs of sets here on AJT Darts for the PDC Winmau World Masters. Heat. And welcome back, Twitch viewers. Thank you for sticking through these ad breaks. Again, I apologize. I have to run those. It's just a part of the deal. as being a Twitch affiliate. But again, like I meant, as I've always said, I'm going to run those during when there's no action. Going on, so that way you don't miss any of the commentary. So Ryan Searle is one set away from making the quarterfinals of the World Masters. $60 for Searle. Jonny Clayton's got to find some form. He does get one in the treble 20 bed, gets two in the treble 20 bed after a single 20. It's 140. 180 for Searle. Clayton still has not hit a maximum in this match. It's 100. Searle is on throw, just so everyone knows, here in the fifth set. 131 for Searle, so Clayton needs a big visit here. Gets two in there. Three, there's his first maximum. 180. $105 for Searle. Clayton with 81. Hits 19. Needs a treble. Gets 12. Goes bullseye. Searle goes for the double four for the finish. Gets only 21. Now here's Clayton. Goes 15. Double 16. Gets it. And finally, a little bit of momentum going back towards Jonny Clayton here. Clayton bangs in another 100. $131 for Clayton, or for Searle. 83 for Clayton. Not a great visit. $83 for Searle. $100 for Clayton. Goes down to 218. Searle wipes that off and then goes 180. 180. Clayton's under pressure here now. Gets 100, leaves 118. 107 for Searle. Tops for the 107 checkout. And now Ryan Searle will throw for the match. $60. $140 for the ferret. $140 for Searle. $140 for Clayton now leaves 221 after 9 darts. $140 for Searle leaves 161, so need Clayton to have a big visit here. He's got 2 single 20s and a strip 20. Gets 100, leaves 121. 65 for Searle, leaves 96. And here's Clayton, needs triple 11, doesn't get it. Bullseye! 96, leaves 25. Searle 96 to take the set. Goes single 20. Double 19. Double 19. 77. Now Clayton has to hit this. He has to hit 25. 9. Double 8. Gets it. Here's Clayton. Gets 140 after breaking the Searle throw to win the set. Searle gets 100. $60. 57 for Ryan Searle. $58 for Clayton. That was not a great visit. $42 for Searle. 146 for Clayton. Gets 45. Leaves 101. 217 left for Searle. He's going to get 83. Leaves 134. So Clayton most likely has 6 darts, and he starts it off with a trip 1. Needs trip 20. Misses the trip 20. Hits single 20, then goes 18s, misses trip 18 for 18. $56 for Searle, leaves 78. 60 for Clayton. 20 and tops. Goes 20. Now tops. There we go, Jonny Clayton. $60. Clayton gets 140 after splitting his darts down the middle. $60. $55 for Clayton. Not a great visit. Now Searle can take that out, and he will. He takes away the Clayton advantage. Gets 100. Leaves 281 after 9. Here's Clayton. He goes down to the trip 19. He's going to go back to it. Hits single 19. 20s. Single 20. $140 for Searle, leaves 141. Here's Clayton. Gets a good first dart. Good second dart. Third dart. Right underneath the wire for 140. That's his 15th 140 of the match. Goes down. Ryan Searle hits trip 20. Goes down to the trip 19. Misses that. Gets 89 out of it, leaves 52. Here's Clayton now with 70. Goes trip 18, double 8. Gets it. And Clayton has tied it up. Jonny Clayton, after going 3-1 down, has won 2 sets on the trot. Searle smacks a 180 on his first visit here to start the 7th and final set. 100. $44 for Searle after the 180. So now Clayton can punish that. Gets 1 in the treble 20 bed, 2 in the treble 20, 3, no, 140. Leaves 261. So does get ahead of Ryan Searle. 100 for Searle, leaves 177. If Clayton gets a big visit here, he's on and out. It's trip 21, trip 20. 121 will leave 140 after 12 darts. 137 for Searle, and he has tops when he comes, if he comes back. Oh. Searle going for tops, gets it. And takes the first leg here in the final set. Clayton on throw. And Clayton needs a biggie. Gets 97, not a big visit, but something. He had a treble. And now Ryan Searle, he's looking at 100. No, he goes down to the triple 19s, gets 97. Here's Clayton now. Clayton. Banging him in there. Banging him in the treble 20 bed. 140 for the Welshman. Here's Searle. Gets 100 out of it. Here's Jonny. Single 20, trip 19, 134. Leaves 130. 100 for Searle. Here's Jonny Clayton for 130. He does get 6 darts. Bullseye. 81. He'll leave 49. Double 16 for the Ferret, then double 8. No. $164 for Ryan Searle. Start at trip 19. Misses that. Goes, so you can't get the combination started. Gets 124 out of it, though. Double 4 for Clayton. Now double 2. Misses wide. Second leg goes towards Clayton. And we are all tied up here. A decider. A deciding leg. I did not expect this to go 4-3. But whoever wins this will have fought it out. Searle gets 100. Now here's Jonny. Needs 100. Doesn't get it. 60. Searle gets another 100. You know, and hundreds might win the day. Clayton brings in 100. Needs a 140 or more. Ryan Searle hits 1, then trip 19, single 19. 77. Can Clayton take advantage of that? If he gets 180, he's ahead. Misses low. Smacks in the treble 20. Smacks it in again. 140 gets him ahead of Searle with 201 after 9. Searle. Single 20. Trip 5. Trip 3. Gets 44. Clayton. He can set himself up here and he'll have at least a visit at an out. Does he go for it? No, he doesn't. He goes down to the 19th. Gets 139. Leaves 62. So he could go. I'll be curious to see where he goes. 95 for Searle. Trip 10, double 16 for the Ferret. Misses trip 10, goes 20, gets the total of 30. It's double 16. And Jonny Clayton, you beauty. What a fight back there. And I'll take that prediction. Jonny Clayton had to claw back into that. He was 3-1 down and won 4 sets. 3 sets on the trot. Incredible. Incredible. He averaged a 93.5. Searle was a 93.8, so very close in averages. Ryan Searle had more 100s than Jonny Clayton, 128 with 100 to 140, 25 for the Ferret, but in 140s, 18 140s by Clayton, 9 for Searle, 6 180s for Ryan Searle, 1 for Clayton, but the highest checkout of the game was by Jonny Clayton with a 144, 107 for Searle. And he actually, Searle hit 3 ton plus checkouts, a 101, a 102, and a 107. Checkout percentages around the same actually between the two. 10 of 29 for Clayton for 34%, 8 of 26 for the Ferret for 30%. So that is that one. Jonny Clayton gets the win 4-3. And those on Twitch, we're taking another 2-minute ad break, and we'll be back with our second match of the day, which will be Cameron Menzies and Nathan Aspinall. So stay tuned here. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on Twitch. I'm just going to lean back for a minute. Just got to stretch the back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gut's showing. Y'all don't need to see that in decent exposure. That's disgusting. All right, so that should be the last ad break I should have to run for a long time now. Yeah, it says next ad starts in 2 hours. So I've achieved my goal. I wanted to get that pushed all the way as far as we could. So now we should have ad-free viewing for the rest of the day. Just kind of depends on how quickly these other matches take. So Cameron Menzies, Nathan Aspinall up next. So, Johnny Clayton will meet Luke Littler or James Wade. That should be a good semifinal, regardless on who's in it. But Cameron Menzies, Nathan Aspinall. I have made a bold prediction on this, and I'm going with Cameron Menzies. Cameron Menzies is the underdog here. He was a plus, what was he? Gotta pull it up. So Johnny Clayton was a minus 109. Cameron Menzies is a plus 129. So that should tell you kind of what. So like my prediction on Cameron Menzies, a plus 129, is actually really good value. Because he's actually playing, he played really well yesterday or the day before, Thursday. He looked decent. So I mean I don't see him not being competitive. Nathan Aspinall is just such an up and down player. He can be consistently good or he could be consistently shit. I do think he will make this a match. I think it will go to distance. But I think it's going to be a 4-3 battle for whoever wins. Or it could be 4-2. You know, it's unpredictable in this matchup. But I do think that Cameron Menzies has a pretty decent shot at this. I think Aspinall, you know, he's thrown his best darts in this tournament. That first round, I don't see him producing that again, as we saw with Johnny Clayton. And Menzies, this is his third day of darts already. He played in the qualifiers, so he had that one extra day of play. So Cameron Menzies will have the darts first. And just, if I could, just a moment to, I don't care who sees this. Clip it if you have to. But in an interview after the win with on Tungsten Tales' YouTube channel, he was saying after he lost to Leonard Gates with in the PDC World Dart Championship and lost his first round matchup against Leonard Gates, and the abuse and vitriol that he received. Y'all are a bunch of pieces of shit. The man's dad was in the hospital and didn't look like a great situation. He was distracted. He was going through some family issues. And you have the fucking nonsense of a brain to abuse Cameron Menzies. I hope whoever those people are, that you have to experience that someday. And I hope you experience the abuse that Cameron Menzies faced. That is absolutely inexcusable. That is inexcusable human behavior. And if you're a viewer and you were a part of the vitriol or abuse, get the fuck off my channel right now. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. You know, if you can't handle yourself, you don't watch the sport. Just go somewhere else. Go watch soccer. Go do something else that you can abuse players. But to abuse somebody whose dad was in the hospital and it was not a good situation, and to abuse him because he lost a match against one of the top North American players. I mean, Leonard Gates is a good player. It's not like it was something that was not, that was not a possibility of happening. But people like that are pieces of shit. And I hope that, nobody ever has to go through that again. And I hope whoever do that got their ass kicked. Actually, I hope they're still out there and somebody's hunting them down to kick the shit out of them. When I heard that, it boils my blood when I hear players getting abused. Especially over something that's out of their control. If it was Cameron Menzies and he just played like shit, and didn't play to the best of his ability, sure, like, the abuse is still not warranted. But he's one of the most likable guys in the PDC. A lovely guy to talk to. A very good darts player. And we have people out there who think it's okay to abuse him. He's the working man. He's like us. He's like the majority of us who are not professional darts players. He works hard, and he also gets to play professional darts. Like, we should be jealous of that kind of life than abusing him like that. So, clip that if you have to. Get it sent out. I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear reports ever again that Cameron Menzies was abused by people and was given such vitriol online. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it ever again happen, because it's not something that was out of his control. But Nathan Aspinall's here. He is dealing with a little bit of an elbow thing or shoulder injury. Says it's not affecting him. Now, I don't know if he's saying that just because he doesn't want to, like, lose his spot in the Premier League or what. But anytime you're dealing with a shoulder injury, an elbow injury, a wrist injury, anything in the hands and the arm, anything like that, especially on your throwing arm, it's going to affect you one way or another. And you kind of have to get used to it. Like, I was wearing an elbow sleeve for a while, my throwing arm, and I ended up getting a really bad knot from it. And it affected me. Like, it took me weeks to really stretch it out. Like, and get it loosened up. And then I actually got a new arm sleeve at a tournament, and I was finally able to get it loosened, that knot really loosened up, and because it was affecting my practice. Like, I couldn't practice for more than about 45 minutes, because then it would start to really bug me, and I really was like, I can't throw as good as I want to, and I can't really adjust, none of that. So I ended up getting a new arm sleeve, and then that really helped really loosen up the knot, and really was doing good stretching and stuff. And now I can practice for 2-3 hours a night. Cameron Menzies singing along to Mr. Brightside. Cameron Menzies almost ran over one of the cheerleaders. Oops. So Cameron Menzies, this is his Masters debut. He beat Dave Chisnell 3-1. He throws a 24-gram unicorn He's currently ranked 39th in the PDC Order of Merit. Again, he will have the darts to start off this to start it off. Nathan Aspinall, his 5th appearance in the Masters. He's a 2-time semifinalist. His round 1 matchup, he whitewashed Andrew Gilding 3-0, and he throws a 26-gram target dart. Here we go. Cameron Menzies to start it off here. Doesn't get a great start. Gets 41. Even he goes, yeah, that was bad. Here's Aspinall. Hits a single 5, single 20. Trip 20. Gets 85. So not the best of starts either for Menzies. Or for Aspinall. Here's Menzies again. Just trying to fill it out. Gets 42. Ugh. I think it's 1 point better than his last visit. Aspinall does punish the 42 with 100. And here we go. Cameron Menzies. He's finally found the treble. Hits 140. Goes down to 278. Aspinall is within reaching distance. He hits treble 5 though. Then 20. Does he hit 20 again? He does. Oh, he hits 15. Excuse me, triple 15 or triple 5. So Menzies, if he can find a way through here, he is back on par here with Aspinall. Hits 45, so 233 after 9 darts. Excuse me, after 12 darts. $58 for Aspinall. Now Menzies needs something here. He's just, I think, a little nervous, but gets the second dart in the treble 20, so is back out in front. $85 leaves 148. Aspinall 208 after 12. And Aspinall hits treble 20, single 20. Single 20 gets 100, so it goes down to 108. So Menzies needs a big visit here if he wants to get down to a reasonable finish. Gets single 20, trip 20. Final dart. Trip 16. Gets 128, leaves 20. And 108 for Aspinall. And he's probably thinking, I got to take this out. Hits trip 19. Hits 19. Double 16. Doesn't get it. Gets wide of the wire. Now Menzies at double 10. First dart just outside wire. Second dart in the bed. There we go. This is going to be a scrappy battle, I think, between these two. Because that was a pretty scrappy leg. $140 for Aspinall. $60 for Menzies. After the 140, Aspinall hits 100. Menzies finds that treble 20 bet again. Gets 100 out of the visit. 54 for Menzies here. Leaves 150. 143 for Aspinall. It's treble 20. Treble 17. Gets it. Double 16. And Aspinall with the 143 checkout. Good leg from Aspinall on his throw. $100 for Menzies. The Ass gets 100 as well. Menzies. Again, he's not somebody who's a fast starter. So the fact that he's hit, he's hitting the treble 20 bed now a lot more frequently. He gets 140. Aspinall resets himself after the first start in treble 20. Got 2 in there. 3, 180. $91 for Menzies. Leaves the big fish. $60 for Aspinall. Leaves 161. So Cammy's got to go for the 170. Misses the first start in the combination. Gets 60. Leaves 110. And you got to expect he probably will visit it again with Aspinall in that 161. Treble 20 to start, doesn't get it, so he will not get the 161 combo, but does get treble 17. To bullseye hits 25. Here's Menzies. Treble 20 goes 18. Now double 16. Gets it. There you go, Cameron. Cameron Menzies. What a beautiful out that was. Both players now with 2 ton plus checkouts. Yuma 2025. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. $23 for Aspinall. Not a good visit that you want there. $59 for Menzies. $100 for Aspinall. Goes down to $278 after 9. Here's Menzies. He's just trying to find that treble 20 a bed. Again, he gets 60. Menzies did take the first set. Looks at his darts like, what are you doing? Here's Aspinall. 121. Nice one. $100 for Menzies. Gets him down to 222. So Aspinall has 6 darts from 157. Aspinall will go for it, though. Treble 20. Treble 19. Misses treble 19. Now he has to set himself up. 133. Menzies needs a big visit just to get down. Just to count it down. 94 for Menzies, leaves 128. Aspinall needs double 12. Aspinall does hit double 12, and that takes the first leg of the second set. $59 for Menzies. Has lost a little bit here in terms of the treble 20 shooting. And Aspinall gets 85. Trip 20, single 25. $97 from Menzies. So, again, just trying to just find his darts. This is what in the darts world we would say, trying to find the spot. And once he finds it, he can hit it. There's one. Second dart's high of the treble 20 wire, but finds the third dart in the treble 20 bed. Gets 140, goes down to 205 after 9. I got like a hair in my nose or something. 100 for Aspinall. Doesn't get him below that 205 mark, so Menzies is going to be advantage here. Hits the trip 1 on his final dart. Gets 83 out of it. Goes down to 122. 231 for Aspinall. He needs a maximum here to really put the pressure on. Gets 1 in the treble beds. Second dart's below it. Goes down to the 19s and hit. Actually went for 17s. Hits trip 3. Here's Menzies. He's going to set himself up. 62. Aspinall on 142. He's hit a 143 checkout, so 142 shouldn't be much different. Goes to treble 17, misses. Needs the bullseye. Gets the bullseye, but he doesn't have an out. Just going to set it up to put that extra pressure. Hits 17 and gets 84. Menzies needs 60. Now tops for Menzies. Throws this second dart high. Third dart just below the double. And now Aspinall with 58, just 18 tops. First dart did hit the 18. Second dart high of the double bed. Hits 20. And now both are on 20. Menzies needs double 10 to take the set. Hits 10. Goes to double 5. Menzies goes 2. Ties this up in 1 leg all. So Aspinall back on throw here for the set. 123. Here's Menzies. It's 100. $55 for Aspinall. Can Menzies capitalize on that? He can. He will. Can he do it again? 140. Goes down to 261. Now Aspinall 60. So after 9 darts, Aspinall at 263, 261 for Menzies, and he is hitting that treble 20 bet now. Gets 140 just underneath the wire on that third dart. And Aspinall from 263 needs the maximum to get close, and he's not going to get it. If he gets another treble, he's on 163. 137 leaves 126. $58 for Menzies leaves 83. 126 here for Aspinall. He's going to start at trip 19. Doesn't get the first one in there. Needs the second one. Nope. Menzies has 83. Bullseye for the set. No good. And Menzies at 44. Aspinall needs 68. Treble 20, double 4. Gets the treble 20. Goes to the double 4 now. Outside. Outside. And now Menzies needs 44 for the set. He'll go 12. Double 16. Hits 16. Double 8. Just outside of the wire. Aspinall needs double 4 to win the set. And he gets it on this first dart, and we're tied at 1 set all here. As we head to the first break of the day. Well, of the match, I should say, not of the day. So both are not throwing super high averages. 88 for Aspinall, 81 for Menzies, 11 to 7 in Tunt, 100 to 140s. Though Cameron Menzies is ahead in the 140 category, 140 plus, 140 to 180, 5 to 2. Aspinall has the only 180 of the match. Highest checkout so far was by Nathan Aspinall with 143, and that's his only ton plus checkout. The only ton plus checkout for Cameron Menzies was a 110. Right now, Aspinall is 3 of 8 from 4 doubles and 3 of 10 for Menzies. 3 of 8 for 37.5%. 3 of 10, well, you guys can do the math at home. That's 30%. So Cameron Menzies kind of fell off. Really was competitive in that third leg, but just couldn't get the job done. So now they got to come back in this third set here, and it's going to be Menzies with the darts. Those on Twitch, we are going to run another ad here, just so we can extend that ad, next ad, auto ad. Ugh. I knew this was going to be scrappy. I knew this could go 4-3. Right now we're tied at 1 set all. Here we go. So 95 or 65. No, not even that. 55 for Menzies. 100 for Aspinall. The Scotsman hits it. 140. No one has thrown less than 15 darts in a leg. $96 for Menzies goes down to $220. Aspinall's got 2 in the treble. 20 goes. Tried to go for the third one, but skies it. $60. $81 for Aspinall. $160 here for Menzies. Won't get it started. Gets 50. Could have done that in one dart. 120 Shanghai for Aspinall. Hits treble 20. Goes 20. Now tops. Nope. 110 for Menzies. Tried to go single 20, trip 18, double 18. And now 40 for Aspinall. He just needs one dart. And that's exactly all he needs. And Aspinall breaks the throw of Menzies. $60 for Aspinall. Here's Menzies. Gets 60 on his first dart. 60 again. 140. So maybe we're going to have breaker throws after breaker throws in this one, which does not bode well for Menzies because he'll go 2-1 down if that's the case. Menzies needs a treble, doesn't get one yet. Goes 20, 19, 18, gets 57. $100 for Aspinall, so he punishes Menzies there a little bit, but Menzies can bring it back. Still can't find the treble. Aspinall 2 in the treble, 3 in the treble, 180, leaves 101. And Menzies on the back foot here, gets 100, but only leaves 146. 101 for Aspinall to take the set. And he won't get it. Gets 41 instead, leaves 60. Now Menzies has to go for the 146 to tie the leg up. Menzies, really wayward darts. Hasn't hit too many trebles in this leg. And that's kind of what's hurt him here. 20 then tops for Aspinall. Doesn't get it now. Double 10. Doesn't get it. Outside wire of the wire. And here is Menzies with 88. Hits 20. 18. Bullseye. 63 for Menzies. Leaves 25. Double 10 for Aspinall. He just needs one dart. Realigns himself up. And with one dart, he gets it. And that brings this to a 2-1 set lead for Aspinall. Menzies just throwing some really wayward darts. 85. $59 for Menzies, leaves 357. 347 for Aspinall. It's the Hasn't found the treble. Does on his third dart. Gets 100 out of it. Menzies needs a 140 here. Will he find it? I think he will. Yes, he does. 140, 217 for Menzies after 12. Aspinall 247 after 12. Hits trip 1. Single 20. And 1. Nice ones. Nice ones. That's how you would say it. 60 for Menzies leaves 157, so he does leave himself an out. He could go trip 19, bull, bull. He can go treble 20, treble 20. Well, no, he needs to go trip 19 or some odd trip. Gets 91, so he sets himself up with 66, unless Aspinall takes out 148. Oh, double 14. Cameron needs 66 here. Gets the triple 10. Double 18. High on the first dart up there. Second dart in the 18. Oh, Cameron Menzies. That would have been beautiful. 28, double 14, now double 7 for Aspinall. Misses wide. Oh, and he hits 7. Leaves 7. Menzies double 9. Gets it. There we go, Cameron. That's the way to break the throw. Just staying in it. $121 for Menzies on his first visit after hitting trip 21, trip 20. Here's Aspinall, hits trip 20, trip 20 again, and he gets a 180. $60 for Menzies. $140 for Aspinall. $85 for Menzies. So now Aspinall going to set himself up. $140 for the Asp. 100 for Menzies leaves 135. Now 9, double 16 for Aspinall to take the leg. And he breaks the Menzies throw. All right. That was an 11 dart leg by Aspinall. $96 for the Ass. Here's Menzies. Hits 1. Hits single 20. Single 20, 41. $83. $100 for Aspinall. Here's Menzies now. Gets 100 as well. And Menzies is shaking his head like he's disappointed. I'd be happy with 100 at this point. Now Aspinall gets the 140, leaves 110. Here's Menzies here. Goes 2 trip 20s and, or excuse me, 2 single 20s and another single 20. 110 for Aspinall here. $78 for Aspinall there, leaves 32 now. Menzies is not on and out, but he's finding the treble 20. Gets 180! Put some pressure on Aspinall now to hit the hit double 16. And he only needs one dart. And the fourth set goes to Aspinall, who takes a 3-1 lead over Cameron Menzies. Cameron Menzies is staying out there, just getting some darts, some practice in to try and get back into this. Well, there we go. Right now, still both are throwing below 90 for an average. Three 180s for Aspinall, one for Menzies. Still only 2 ton-plus checkouts, one on each side. But Menzies' checkout percentage is 4 of 15 for 26%, 7 of 19 for Aspinall for 36%. And 100 to 139 really visits. Nathan Aspinall has 16 and 11 for Cameron Menzies. All right, gonna do a back stretch real quick because my back is still pretty tight. Oh, that hits the right spots. Oh, that felt good. Felt very good. Speaking of which, again, announcement here yesterday. I do plan on participating in the St. Patrick's Day tournament in Pierre, South Dakota. That is the next tournament that I plan on registering for. So Aspinall needs something big here to take the set, to take the match. So, back into the action here. Aspinall has already hit some pretty big numbers here. He's 361 in his first visit. 125 for Aspinall on his second visit. Menzies needing something big here. $96. $100 for Aspinall. Now Menzies doesn't get a treble. Gets 8. Instead puts up 55. Aspinall 136. Gets 96, goes down to tops, and now Menzies pumping in some treble 20s finally. And 133 leaves 58, so now tops for Aspinall. First starts high. Second dart right in the treble in the double 20. So Aspinall on match point. 140. $121 for Aspinall. Or for Menzies. $58 for Aspinall. So not a great visit. Menzies can capitalize on that. He will. He does it again. Get a 180, baby. Let's go. 180 for Cameron Menzies. Plays to the crowd a little bit. $133 by Aspinall, goes down to the big fish. Hits, and now Menzies hits a trip 3. Gets 83. 117 left for Cameron Menzies. But the big fish first here for Aspinall. Gets the first dart. Second dart's in there. Bullseye! Just above it! 145. If he would have hit that, the place would have gone nuts. 117 for Menzies. Hits 20, goes down to the 19s, doesn't get it. And now Menzies is going to have to make that long trudge back. And here's Aspinall, hit 25, hits 9, double 8 for the match. Hits 8, double 4. Oh, and he's hit the single 4. Ay, 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 ay. Menzies has a chance at 60. He needs 20. Now he needs tops. Now double 10. Just inside. Aspinall now has 3 darts at double 2 for the match. And he only needs 1. And Nathan Aspinall gets the win over Cameron Menzies, 4-1. Wasn't his best, but he got the job done. That's all that matters. Menzies obviously not at his best with an 83 average and 90 average for Aspinall. Good sportsmanship at the end of it. Menzies still, again, gets a win. He gets a win. 180 the Rocket. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. So my prediction wrong in that. So I'm 2-1 in predictions. 2-1. Unfortunate. But, ladies and gentlemen, that means we move on to the next match here this afternoon or this evening from wherever you are watching. It is Luke Littler, James Wade on the way. And I tell you what, I have picked Luke Littler because I don't like James Wade. I don't think he talks the talk, but he doesn't ever walk the walk in these big TV majors, and this is one of them that I think he's just not going to I think Luke Littler is going to absolutely wash him out. Also, I just think James Wade has a big head and doesn't have any really big, nothing to really back it up. He's not highly ranked. He's never won a world championship. So James Wade, here's James Wade's record in the last 5 games. He has a win, 3 losses in a row, and a win. That's his last 5 matches. Luke Littler has 3 wins and 2 losses. Obviously, the loss last week in the Toto Dutch Masters. But, one of those wins was for the World Championship. So, I mean, all is on Luke Littler right now. So I have picked him. He was favored minus 588. So, highly recommend that he is very much the favorite here this afternoon or this evening. Next match is Dimitri Bergh, who's underdog by 240, plus 240. So yes, I am predicting the nuke. So, to those who are able to chat, I want to know, do you think Luke Littler is even going to drop a set? I think he's going to win it 4-0, to be completely honest. All right, so they're about to get players introduced here. I've been standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sky's breaking down. If the lightning comes to strike, I'll be the projection on the wall that it lies. I can't saw a line. Just look into the sky and follow the light. My fate in my own hands, gleaming in my eyes. Give me the thunder, hear the thunder, cozy thunder, right now. Give me the thunder, hear the thunder.
The world. The nuke. Littler. Now I'm ready to go, go, go. So, looking at the scorecard here, it looks like Luke Littler does have the darts first. So, James Wade, he was the 2014 Masters champion. He throws a 20-gram unicorn dart in his last round. In round 1, he beat Mike DeDecker 3-2. $136 for Littler to start this match off. $133. Littler has a 68-point advantage right now on his throw. It's 90. $142 for Littler, but he's going to set it up. Gets 112, leaves double 15. First 2 darts miss, and then he hits single 10. Kind of surprised he went double 15 route. But now he's left double 10. And he gets it. $140 for Wade to start off the second leg here. $131 for Littler. Littler pounds in a 140. James Wade pumps in a 140, leaves 121. Luke. 140. $57 for James Wade. Now Luke Littler needs 90 for the set. It's 20. Needs a triple. Gets 220s. Bullseye. Well, that works. 58 for Littler. $68 for James Wade. Now Littler finding that trouble. 20 again. Can he get another 180 in there? No, he can't. $140 for Luke Littler. Here's James Wade, who gets 60. $98 for Littler. $171 by Wade, so I mean a decent power scoring there by James Wade. Leaves 162. Gets the first one, but it is a bogey number, so he's not going to go out. It's 94. Leaves 68. Luke Littler isn't on a bogey number. 164. Goes treble 19. Treble 19. Bullseye! 139. Hits 25. Leaves 25. $28 for James Wade. And now Littler with 25 just steal this leg. Goes double 10. He went 5 double 10. $58 for Littler. Littler gets 125 after 2 trip 20s. $140 for James Wade. Littler needs a big visit here. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. 140. Littler going trip 18 this time. Now back to 20s. Or no, he stays on the 18s. Then trip 10. 138. Leaves tops. $100. Tops for Littler hits 20, goes down to double 10, and he has been perfect from double 10. And that will take us to the break. So Littler up 2 sets quick here against James Wade. Now he's 2 sets away. And he can get those 2 sets here. I mean, they won't go to a break again if he wins the next 2 sets because the match is over. So far, my prediction looking real good.
Two's company, we're limited. In the air, we lay in the air.
And so far, Luke Littler, he's dominant. I mean, you just can't deny him right now. He is that good. And we are back. Luke Littler is still averaging around 100. As actually, no 180s have been thrown, no maximums. Oh, I just popped my back. That felt good. Fourth set, first leg. Actually, third set. Luke has the darts. Gets 100 out of it. James Wade hits a 12 on his third dart after hitting trip 20, 20, and then 12. He looked at that dart like, where were you going? Littler still can't find the 180, but gets a 140. Nice one, James Wade. Trip 5. Trip 20. 76. He should be absolutely disgusted with himself after the last two throws. And finally, the first maximum 180 for Luke Littler. It puts up 41 to leave tops. For Littler, as he knows he has the advantage here. 123 for James Wade after the dart got a bad deflection there. Now tops for Littler, and he takes the first leg. $43 for Littler on his opening visit. 60 for James Wade. Littler. 135. $100 for James Wade goes down to 201 after 9. Here's Littler. 180. Leaves 143. And he will be back. $143 for Luke Littler. Hits 20. Trip 19. Doesn't have an out. 91. James Wade. Needs a 141. Doesn't get it. And now, Littler to go 20, then double 16 if he wants to go that way. No, he'll go 12 tops. Gets it on the third dart. $100 for James Wade. Littler with a 180. $85. Littler back up there. Oh, he misses trip 19 to get on a 9 darter. $100 here for James Wade. And now Littler with 182. He'll set himself up. Gets 140. Leaves 42. I could see him... How's he going to take that? Will he go 22 double 10? He goes 2, then tops. And he gets tops. He's just playing with his food. And this is for the match here. Luke Littler on throw. He's averaging 104.2. $180 for Luke Littler. $96 for Wade. Littler gets 55. He sets himself up with the big fish. $95 for James. Here we go for Littler. Gets the first dart. Second dart's in there. Bullseye! James Wade on a 170. He's going for it. Misses his second dart, though. And Luke Littler's gonna... he just needs to go 9 double 8 or 5 double 10. And Luke Littler, as predicted, takes care of James Wade. 4-0. That was easy. That was easy. We won't ever see that again. Well, Luke Littler whitewashes James Wade. I have not been correct in all my predictions today, but I have been correct in that one. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for me today because I do want to relax a little bit. Michael Van Gerwen, Dimitri, Bergh are up next. I do have Dimmy picked for that one. But thank you all to have followed today. Thank you to those who keep supporting my channel and keep supporting this content. There will be no darts tonight for sure. I need a break. But we'll be back next week with some some actual Grand Board matches. So thanks, guys, for watching. We will be back. I won't be back tomorrow, possibly. I don't know yet. It depends on if I am working or not. So if I am working, then no live stream. But if I'm not working, we'll have the finals here live tomorrow afternoon. So thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.